5 bouts left. They're all pro bouts, including this one that should be spectacular. It's the heavyweights at 265. It's presented by Main Event Apparel. It's Doug the Cobra Williams, 1-1 out of Team Oxendine in Johnson City, Tennessee, representing Valor Fights in Tennessee, taking on Scott Ebenezer Hope, who's 6-5, and out of Corbin, Kentucky, right where we are at tonight, representing Warrior FC and Kentucky. For our fighter introductions, let's go back to the cage and Jennifer.
Our next professional bout of the evening is in the heavyweight division, brought to you by Main Event Apparel. First, please welcome to the cage, Doug Williams.
First out is Doug the Cobra Williams out of Team Oxendine in Johnson City. Therefore, Casey Oxendine is with Doug Williams. He'll be in his corner in the walk-up. Jeff Hobbs joins us here for analysis in this heavyweight bout. And obviously, Casey is certainly high on Doug Williams. What do you think about Doug Williams and his opportunity in this Border Wars matchup today?
Well, Vince, it's a huge opportunity for Doug right now. I don't know if he realizes the pressure's on with the score right now with Warrior FC up, but, Doug is in a position right now where he's not only trying to get us back in the game, but he's trying to get his record back on the positive side, too, since he's 1-1. So a lot of pressure right now on Doug.
And interesting, his loss was to Ben Rowland, who's in the main event tonight, and that was at Warriors Against Cancer back in October. So Doug Williams' last loss to the guy in the main event. Now, his first win as a professional was over Robert Bennett. Tonight he faces Scott Hope. What are your thoughts on Doug Williams' opponent, Scott Hope?
Hope's got a lot of fights, obviously. We've got a Doug Williams with 1-1 record right now, 2 pro fights. Hope's got 11 fights, so, he's definitely a veteran of the cage right now. He's probably going to have to rely on that, heavily. So Doug's going to have to stay composed tonight.
And Doug Williams, we've seen him, in his amateur career, he rolled through the amateur ranks, as you know, Jeff, 9-2 as an amateur, and is a guy that has still terrific potential. And then Scott Hope, he was one of the originals. Even though Doug Williams has been around, Scott Hope, he was one of the originals of Warrior FC. So he brings an awful lot to the table.
Absolutely. He's definitely one of the OGs here, as they say, in Kentucky. So I'm excited. This is going to be a good fight.
All right. Doug Williams is in the cage. We go back to Jennifer.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, please welcome Scott Hope.
So Scott Ebenezer Hope, he's out of Corbin Martial Arts and Ebenezer Fight Squad, 6-5 in his career. As we take a look at the tail of the tape, it's Doug Williams and Scott Hope. You see the advantage there in the experience. Doug Williams and Scott Hope. Scott Hope is 36 years of age. Doug Williams is 36 as well. Excuse me, Doug Williams, is 36 as well. Doug Williams weighed in at 234 pounds. Scott Hope weighed in at 207. So two 36-year-olds representing their states matching up in this one. And Scott Hope, we mentioned him, and worked a BJJ black belt under Mike O'Donnell, and a really good boxer as well. So two guys that have stand-up ability. Do you anticipate that that's where we're going to see the majority of this fight?
The tail of the tape didn't show it, but, with Doug's height and his reach, even though the stat wasn't up there, it's obvious he's got the height advantage and the reach advantage. If this fight is going to stay standing, Doug's going to have to use that long reach and try to keep Scott away.
Scott Hope is listed at 5'10". I'm not sure if that's the case. Doug Williams as well. What's your best guess on Doug Williams? 6'5", 6'6"?
I'm not a good judge of that. I watch fights on TV all the time, and I think they're so much bigger than what they really are when I see them in real life. But, Doug's I'm going to say at least 6'3".
It could
6'2", 6'3".
This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the orange corner, representing Valor Fights. He weighed in at 234 pounds, holds a professional record of 1 win with 1 loss, and represents Team Oxendine in Johnson City, Tennessee, Doug the Cobra Williams. And his opponent across the cage to my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He represents Warrior FC, weighed in at 207 pounds, holds a record of 6 wins with 5 losses, and represents Corbin Martial Arts, Ebenezer Fight Squad in Corbin, Kentucky, Scott Ebenezer Hope. Your referee when the action begins is Les Stapleton.
Wes Stapleton, our referee in this Border Wars heavyweight bout. 3 5-minute rounds presented by Main Event Apparel. It's Doug Williams in the black trunks representing Valor Fights in Tennessee. Scott Ebenezer Hope in the white trunks representing Warrior FC in Kentucky. Kentucky leads 4-2. Can Doug Williams mark back for Valor Fights in Tennessee? Scott Hope's first bout was in 2003. Here we are in 2017, and he's matching up with Doug Williams. No touch of gloves. Tennessee versus Kentucky, and we're underway in Corbin, Kentucky. Vince Ferrara, Jeff Hobbs, cage side. No one's landed anything early on here, Jeff.
No, and you've got to wonder, it looks like Scott Hope hasn't been in the cage since 2014. You got to wonder how much that's going to play into this. You know, ring rust, you know, it's debatable whether it's a real thing or not. But that many years out of the cage, it may take him a while to get warmed up. And that's, and that's it, guys. No, it is not over.
It was not called.
It is not over. The ref did not step in. Williams got back up.
On for the guillotine. Can Hope finish Doug Williams? Who went down like a tree in the forest.
I'd say he better hope it ends, because that's going to be a huge mistake if this fight continues on. A little premature celebration.
He did. He did not pounce. And now he is. Doug Williams looks out.
Yeah, the referee's going to stop.
It's over.
Good stoppage. Good stoppage.
Scott Hope defeats Doug Williams, and Kentucky adds to its lead over Tennessee. It's 5-2. Doug Williams shakes his head in disbelief. He looked temporarily out with the shot, recovered, and then Hope pounced.
Yeah, he looks disappointed, but there's no denying. That was a great stoppage. It needed to happen.
Look at the replay there. I think he was still out. We didn't have his wits back when he went charging in on Hope. And then take us to his finisher, Jeff.
Yeah, like you said, Doug Williams popped up, maybe a little premature, maybe still out of it. Good thing for Hope. He was able to grab that neck right there, go ahead and finish the fight.
Yeah, knee to the top of the head, and then he was able to bring him down, and then shots to the body and then the head, and he was out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Vince. He was never back in the fight. I think it was just reflexes and instincts to hop back up.
Wow.
Kentucky takes a commanding lead here.
5-2 with 4 fights to go.
Valor cannot lose another bout.
Yep.
That's the stat that we're at right now.
All right, we're ready to go to the cage. Here is Jennifer.
Your referee stops this bout at 1 minute and 9 seconds into the first round. For your winner by way of TKO to strikes, and another win for Warrior FC, Scott Ebenezer Hope.